So guys, what is going down? That is your boy Freeze. Welcome to another vid here on the channel. Now, this is not clickbait, but if you've seen the thumbnail, shout out to Doucette. I knew he was never going to do a Natty or not on me, so I got to do one on myself. Just the way it is when you're a small little fucking, what's the word? Fish in the ocean.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.
We're gonna get straight into this. This has been a very highly requested video. It's one that I've been meaning to make for quite some time now. And I just haven't gotten around to it since my comp, but I just wanna get this out of the way. Now, I had the option of making this video before my comp prep, of which I kind of did do a take, and I did a couple of scenes and stuff, which I kind of edited out of vlogs, because I decided that I'd rather go through my experience and then do a video afterwards, as opposed to having the weight of people's opinions about my personal decision be around me after I'd already made the decision and as I was going through it. I wanted it to be something that I just had no influence of other people about my personal decision, you know what I mean? So yeah guys, I'm not natural anymore, and this might come as a shock to a few of you, but I think hopefully it won't come as a shock to more of you. So yeah, you guys know I've had some experience with gear in the past, 6 years ago, and I said I'd never do it actually ever again after my experiences with it. And I was actually really glad that I had those bad experiences in the past with it, where realistically, you know, like you guys know my views on gear has been very negative. I've never been one to judge someone directly who's on stuff, but I've always been one to judge the whole culture of it and feeling like you need to take it to even build a physique. My views have always been that you should stay natural, and if you do feel like you need to jump on gear, my view's always been push yourself naturally to like a peak, get some good results naturally before you even think about doing it. And obviously, you know, everyone's different and everyone is entitled to their own opinions and their own, you know, what they want to do and stuff like that. And I know that gear is obviously very popular in the industry, or not even in the industry, just in life. Like a lot of people do take gear to enhance their physiques, but it's something you do have to be very careful with, because, you know, there's a lot of consequences to doing that. You're messing with your hormones, which are the strongest things in your body. They're more powerful than your rational minds, and you need to understand that, especially if you're someone who's prone to things like mental health issues and stuff like that, which I heavily am, and I advocate for that very proudly now. You know, I used to be very ashamed of my mental health issues. You guys know I've been through years of like depression, anxiety, bipolar, like just very heavy stuff. Kind of gets me emotional talking about it now. Like I'm not man guys, like I don't want to get all deep here and shit, but like the main thing that I want to say is you need to be very careful if you've got mental health issues, if you're, you know, going to use gear, because your hormones are so freaking strong and you don't want to mess with them. And I've had experiences where I've abused gear and then gotten completely destroyed by it. My body got messed up, my mind got messed up, my skin got messed up, everything got messed up because I was just a young, immature fool, and I was doing it just for all the wrong reasons, and I was doing too much of it. And I didn't really have like an end goal or a purpose in mind with it. And that did really heavily mess me up. And you guys have seen that. It's all like on my channel. If you go back like 5 years ago, there's probably some vids of me like talking about it and cussing out, being really angry and heated at night, saying fuck using gear and all this shit. And like, cause I was really angry at it. But I was also angry at the culture of making you think you needed to take gear to be good enough when I was getting into the fitness industry. I really was against that. But you know, now, I mean, I guess the industry has matured a lot. There's a lot more people talking about it, which is actually a really good thing, I think. And you know, I want to join the conversation here as well, but also there's a part of me that doesn't really want to disclose too much, but you know, I'll disclose a little bit here in this vid. So for me doing this comp this year, I decided that I wanted to be competitive this time. I was sick of coming 5th to 7th. I wasn't getting lean enough for my last two shows, and that wasn't 100% just because, you know, I was natural. But again, I was always going to get leaner than I've ever got this prep, because I started the prep leaner than my last preps. So yeah guys, I've been thinking about using gear again for the last couple of years, and I just made the decision that I didn't want to let one bad experience in my past ruin me actually doing something properly and getting the most out of my physique. In terms of, you know, my goal is always to bring a world-class physique to the stage, or at least to social media or to the gym or whatever. And I never really feel like I got that. Years and years and years ago when I did compete back in the IFBB for the men's physique, my physique was lacking in a lot of places. Even though I did get pretty well conditioned and it was pretty impressive. I knew that this year was the year that I really wanted to do that whole package of getting that condition, but also using PEDs to enhance my size, and obviously my physique's just improved anyway, since I was a lot younger as well. So yeah guys, I used some tests for the show. I used some hardening compounds. The last 3 weeks I pulled in an extra couple of things as well, which were a bit more intense. I'm not going to go too much into detail about that because I don't think it's like something that should publicly, I don't publicly want to put it out there. You got to realize as well, whenever you, like, everyone's different, but when we're talking about this stuff, it's not like legal substances and stuff like that. It's actually, you know, so like, why would someone even come out? Even like a lot of my friends who said, don't make this video, don't need to. But I've always kept it real with you guys. I pride myself on doing that. I was always meant to do this video. I was actually gonna do it before my prep, but I didn't want the opinions of others to affect me and my headspace when I was making the decision for myself, and just needed to not have the weight of anyone else's opinions on my decision while I was going through it, which is why I did not say anything before my comp as well. I know there might be a couple of you guys who might be upset that I jumped back on. Just know this is a personal choice for me. At the start of making this decision, I was really in two minds, because one of the biggest reasons I didn't want to jump on as well was because I was like, a lot of people look up to me for being natural and kind of being like this natural guy in the industry. And I didn't want to lose that. But again, I had to tell myself, yo, like, you need to stop making your decisions based on what anyone else wants of you, because it's what you want for yourself at the end of the day, to be happy. And like, I had to make that decision. So yeah, that's the decision that I made, and I'm really glad that I did that. And I knew it was going to get obvious as well, so I was like actually really hoping that it would just become so obvious. And I think it did the last probably 2 to 3 weeks out that I was running stuff, and that's kind of what I wanted to happen. I wanted it to be like without a doubt, which I did get from a lot of people, but I know there was a few of you guys who were still like commenting like, oh, this is crazy for still being natural and stuff like that. But I actually ended up, a few comments I saw on my Instagram and stuff like that, I ended up DMing people like privately and saying, because I just wanted people to know, I'm like, but I didn't want to publicly address it at that time, but I was messaging people. I was getting a lot of DMs my whole prep. You know, if you DM'd me, but again, it was just something that I publicly wasn't putting out. But if anyone was asking me, I was actually telling them in my DMs. So yeah, here we are making this vid now, but I just wanted to clear the air, and I'm actually really glad this hasn't dragged on like crazy. But I did just want to put this video out there. Again, my whole prep, I was getting my bloods done every 2 to 3 weeks. So I was monitoring all my levels, and I had some concerns regarding some things as well, which I had a very good doctor who I trust and got a lot of advice and information from, and you know, he kind of like supervised and gave me kind of direction when I was talking about substances that I was thinking about bringing in and stuff. I had a couple of concerns because I've got a genetic heart condition in my family, which is very, very worrying. It's got nothing to do with diet. It's got nothing to do with anything like that. It's literally just a genetic condition in my family. But under the doctor's supervision, he was like, once you're on this medication, it's, you know, doing a bit of tests and stuff, it's not gonna actually affect that. So yeah, that was kind of what sealed the deal. But yeah, so to end the vids, guys, yeah, I'm not natural anymore. And that's about it. I might put out a video on my website. I don't want to really put anything out publicly on YouTube, but I might do something on my website where I kind of go over what I use, the dosages and stuff like that, just for a reference point. But you know, I might just put like a little thing on my website where it's like a donation thing or something, and you watch it, because again, I don't want that information, like it's personal to me. Like, I'll announce if I put something like that on my website, because I just know that I need to do something like that, because I know I'm just gonna get so many DMs like, oh, what did you use, what did you take, how much did you take? And I know it's gonna be like that, but you know, it is what it is. Don't be too offended then if I don't reply to your DM if you ask me that, because I'm gonna probably get a lot. But yeah, I'm gonna end the vid here, guys. Hope you enjoyed. It's your boy Freeze, and he's no longer natural, baby, but it's okay. I'm actually really happy with my decision. I'm really happy with my physique. I feel like after all those years of being natural as well, my receptors were so primed to just respond really well. And again, by just monitoring my bloods and doing everything properly, having a good diet. I've never actually fully, you know, used enhancements whilst combining really maximum focused training and diet, which you guys saw I did my whole prep, and the results only speak for themselves, you know what I mean? So any questions, maybe hit me below. Might answer some, but I'm gonna end the vid here, and I hope you guys have a good week. And as always, appreciate you guys' support with me and my YouTube channel and my businesses and everything like that I, you know, run and do. And for now, I'm gonna head off to the park and do some sprints and hopefully break Usain Bolt's world record of 9.5 seconds now that I'm not natural. So I'll see you guys in the next vids, and hope you guys all have a great week.